round 2 of Hungary, also known as round 10 for the GP2 division, and Poland is still not enjoying apparently my company. But anyway, gonna say this again, we are brought tonight by GT Omega Racing and GamePod.co.uk. I don't know why, but tonight I keep messing that up. Obviously, if you do hear me say some interesting words instead of what it's actually supposed to be, do comment on the box. It is thoroughly entertaining for Connor to see that I can't even say my own language. But interestingly, we do have a Stevo now in... Wow, he's gone down. He's 3/10 off provisional pole. XRL Stewart in the McLaren. An absolute blistering time of a 1:17.1. That would easily get him in the top 5 for yesterday's qualifying. Magic Milk now, only 2/10 again. These guys are separated by a very few. But when they're separated like still between first and second, it is a big gap, and then it goes down to 9,000ths of a second to the next car. It's absolutely incredible.
I'm watching it in trouble. He's down in P5 going to the last sector now. It's barely put on much. He's still going for it, so he's obviously improved somewhat.
So we do have Andy Kobe on the stream signing in for the night saying decent. Well, if you're talking about the race, then I'll go with that. But otherwise, this racetrack is not.
I'm getting a little quiet, so I'll just move on my phone. Andy, not Andy, Ian improves by 1 position in the 17.4. That's doing well for him at the moment.
So, provisional pole sitter has now gone into the box. This is going to be a tough one to call, where, regarding the race, it is going to be a tough one. I mean, obviously from qualifying you'd say that Stewart's got pace there and can obviously have a very good race. But we saw last week a Stevo, he had a poor start in the race, but he still managed to get up there, even to battle for second against his teammate.
Yeah.
So guys, who are you counting for the win tonight? Obviously, Bobber's already going in there tonight with XRL Fozzie. Fozzie currently in P7 with a 1:17.6, 5/10 off Stewart's pace. But obviously a Ferrari driver himself, he is going with his fellow Ferrari driver. Interestingly, only one driver at the minute is in the 1:18. That is the only other driver. Well, there's only one driver that hasn't set a lap time, and that's XRL Bernie. And he's going to be going for XRL Stewart for the win tonight.
And comes across the line to do a doesn't improve. He's still at P10 with 17.9. So it's to the field today also. Team out of the pits. Bernie's on his flying lap at the moment.
He's on the flying lap, his XRL Bernie. He's just going into the final sector now. Been a bit ragged so far. He's had a bit of traffic on the track as well, so I wouldn't expect it to be a blister in that time, but top 10 quality is where he wants to go. Up across the line now, he does do a 17.2 to put in P2. What a lap by XRL Bernie. That's what I'm saying. XRL Fozzie's race pace is better than Stewart's. So, Fozzie, he's currently in P8, he's got 2 Toro Rossos, 2 McLarens and 2 Williams in front of him, as well as a Red Bull. But if his race pace is strong, he could easily go and get a podium.
Jimmy in P9 and he was probably better for 10, but he's still on his lap now, so I'm going to 10. Just turn one very nicely. He's pretty much over half his curves already. A little bit wide in 10-2 and runs wide even more. 10-3 is pretty okay. little bit more towards turn 5. We're helping more to what you can do in what you should do, which is running wide to gain a few tenths there. So the chicane bit of 15 forward, gets on the grass a bit, runs really wide, gets out of shape, onto the grass again at the exit. Runs right at completely messing my wings there.
Interestingly, XRL Bonus is calling the current owner of XRL Bernie, a thief by stealing TRL Button's setup for this track. Obviously, TRL Button did not race last night, so we wouldn't know what his pace was. Obviously, we do know that he would be very, very fast.
Nonetheless, that's pretty unusual.
Absolutely, but if you look at P9 to P12, they're all in the 17.9s. It's just that close. Even 1/10 from Nikita could easily put her into P8.
Yeah.
However, Team Matable not on the pace at the minute. He's still done that 1:18.6 when we did that on primes or options. We do not know at this time, but a 1.5 second gap between him and pole sitter. It's a bit unusual seeing as he was in the F1 division last year.
Well,
I was just saying that he also gave a TRL setup in TRL Rostock. However, Bobbers did crash out the F1 division, so I wouldn't recommend that setup again.
Well, it's Steve for GP2's 4 to P4 behind Magic Milk.
Magic Milk is only 9 thousandths ahead. So we do have 1 minute 10 seconds worth of quali remaining. XRL Bernie is going out for yet another lap.
And right on board with Evo in the Williams. Safely improves to get onto a podium position.
So guys, unfortunately we do only have 13 out of the 14 drivers. Psychic Taco unable to be with us here tonight, so it is going to be a little bit disappointing. Obviously Jamie's going to have to do all the work for Mercedes, but he's currently not got the pace to live up to the leaders. Bobbers, I believe I'm in GP3 division and I have won a race. You haven't. And you crashed out due to curbs. Well, that just says bad setup then, Bobbers. Rosberg, absolute legend. Bobbers is just not. Anyway, Bernie is coming through to the end of the first sector, coming up to turn 4 now. Got a very fast first sector time there. He goes a little bit wide, all 4 wheels go off, but he doesn't get warnings or penalties on that. Coming up to the turn 6, 7 chicane, takes it very nicely, keeps all 4 wheels on track. Now coming up to turn 8, takes it very nicely as well. Goes on turn 9, a very easy one to cut, very nicely there by Bernie, keeps all 4 wheels on track. He goes through turn 11, coming up to turn 12, now in the final sector. He does have a bit of traffic in the way. He also has a Ferrari in front of him, but he could get that into his advantage, but the Ferrari goes off track anyway. Coming up to the final corner now, just going past the pit lane entry. Doesn't get particularly close to the curb, but he's got enough speed out of the corner. He goes across the line to improve by fractions, still a 1:17.2, but nonetheless he does improve his gap. Bobbers, I believe I was in F1 yesterday. I was there. You can see my gamer tag appear on screen saying I joined the custom lobby, so Anyway, we do have XRL Stewart on pole with Bernie in second. we have Magic Milk in third with a Steve fourth, and in fifth place we have Ian Unstoppable. Nikita improves to P6 with Living Dead in seventh, Alonso 8th, Fozzie 9th, and Jamie and Mercedes in P10. Well, that was a very interesting qualifying session. Connor, who's your money on for the win?
Well, that could be anyone really, and the whole field separated by like 7/10. So whoever pulls away in the first opening lap's probably going to get it.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more, and that first corner is a very tight one as well. We know that cycle glitches happen. We saw it happen last year in a few of the races, especially in the F4 division where we had about 5 drivers going to the same part of the track. However, we are here in GP2. We are going to see some fantastic driving. We're not going to see any cycle glitches because we don't have bombers in the race, and we are going to see an absolute spectacular, and you're going to watch it here on Channel 1. Interestingly, XRL Bobbers put an interesting comment on the stream saying Bernie is possibly going to get revenge on Stewart in turn 1. Well, if he did that, then he'll be very stupid.
It's like a certain someone from GP3 last week.
Yeah, like me beating you, and someone's readied up anyway. So I'm going to quickly go through for the people that we didn't say. So in 11th we do have Tom Chambers in the other Ferrari. We've got Fozzie in 9th. We've also Pando in P12. He's got a little bit of work to do. He had an amazing job in Germany getting P2. And we also have T Matable in P13.
I believe in Living Dead qualifying with primes as well. That's going to clear things up.
Absolutely, and we know from his pace last week, he has got the pace to win races. Make our way to the grid here in Hungary, just a few miles out of Budapest, capital city of this amazing country. Lots of cars on track. So me and Connor are at the back of the field. We have 13 drivers in front of us. We have 3 lights. We have 4 lights. We have 5. And away we go for the 2014 Hungarian Grand Prix GP2.
Still gets a brilliant start away from Bernie as the Red Bull of... who's that name?
That must be Magic Milk.
Oh yeah.
We have a McLaren just wiping Magic Milk out there. That was poor driving by whoever that driver was. It's got to be Stuart's teammate. I have no idea who the driver is though.
Living Dead 69.
Living Dead 69. So the guy that won last year had a poor start, and Alonso also having a poor start.
You mean last week? Steve going very wide. Bernie nearly put it in the wall. As I believe that might be Magic Milk going inside turn 6 into the chicane and Steve gets by them pretty nicely. And everyone else comes climbing over the curbs. Steve runs wide again.
Rocky first lap, and they're still going all whoops off the track. I'm on board with the Living Dead, and they are just literally following each other line for line, all of them going off track. It's terrible driving.
Jamie's had a brilliant start to 4th place, but as of last week on GP3, Steve was lost ground in the first lap again. Oh, Jamie, that was stupid. That was super Jamie. Completely punting Bernie off and being very aggressive. And he hasn't yielded the position back to Bernie, so that's going to leave him overtake.
It will be a legal overtake. He doesn't give the place back over this next lap, but I mean, with him lagging, it's pretty hard to know when.
He runs wide, and that's Jamie in the P3. That's the Ian Sobel. Look, Steve right now under pressure from, I believe that's Magic Milk and the Red Bull. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think we've got Nikita behind him as well.
P1 and 2 are just flying away. Everyone's still running wide at turn 4. Nikita gets hit by the trip there.
We do have now about probably a 6-7 car battle as Living Dead makes an easy move on Nikita. Nikita goes wide at turn 10 and the Living Dead pays the confidence back, keeps on track, and he's got a Williams behind. Nikita around the outside of turn 13. Got the inside line for T14 and she's got the move done. Very nicely done there by Nikita. Great recovery.
And he's got the pressure from the Ferrari. Possibly foggy. But he's got the slipstream of pretty much 2 cars now. Time low. Oh god. Oh, that's just close corner.
Yeah, Jamie is
in the wall.
He's just lost his front wing.
Rage quit.
Just rage quit.
Jesus Christ, it's everywhere. Ian, that was a pretty aggressive move. Oh god. People flying everywhere.
Well, we are going to get Jamie in here to hear his point of view. I mean, he did get cycle glitched to turn 1, but then obviously couldn't get out of the way for
oh, it's lost his front wing. Meanwhile, SIF Alonso is miles behind. He's obviously not coming up with that one into it again.
I think he had that in Jamie on the first lap. I don't think it was Bernie, because Bernie's still running in P2 right behind Stewart. Bernie now is looking at the back of Stewart. He's going to get the move done in the next few laps, he hopes. Get a DRS anchor down into turn 2. Runs a little bit wider, but keeps traction and gets away cleanly as well.
So many battles not on the cameras.
Absolutely. It's a bit like the F1 division yesterday. There was a battle almost everywhere on track. Yeah, only 2 people there to watch it. It is incredible what this track can do.
Imagine we're very wide at 10-5.
Well, XRL Bobbers agrees with both myself and you, saying there's been a bit of bad driving out there by people. Couldn't agree more, Bobbers. Could not agree more.
70-lap race, not a 10-lap race.
Even if it was a 10-lap race, they'd want to do more than what they are now. This is dodgers.
Yeah, you can say that. Big car scrap behind like easy car.
Well, Connor, we've got an interesting proposition there by XRL Bobbers. Does he want, well, do we want him to come in and do extra corner cutting and track extending with us?
If he wants to, I don't see why not.
Another interesting question, do you want him in the party while we talk about him and what he's saying on the stream?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to get a
Alonso destroyed his vehicle.
We're going to get Bobbers. So Bobbers, if you are appearing offline, I'm going to send you an invite. If not, get online, please.
Need to invite Alonso to destroy his vehicle.
Alonso has destroyed his vehicle? Well, I don't know what to say. He's having a poor run in GP2.
Where is the F1 tank? He's not there. I'll leave the shoes on my phone. Oh.
Yeah, I've got him. I've invited him.
Everyone's slowly starting to spin out, I think. P1 and 2 refills and P3 and 5 to refills as well.
So Stewart and Bernie, still DRS for Bernie, but he is starting to fall behind the McLaren driver.
Gabriel getting swept out of chase down the front and putting just P3 against, I believe that was the magic mill. One is wide and turn one, that's not going to help him.
Definitely, we do
Tom
have
Chambers under pressure from Living Dead. And gets the move done in the turn 2. P5. Oh, Marvel's
we
lost
lost
connection.
connection to Team Massive.
Oh, it's all that picked up. I'm going to say that away,
Well, we've only been in the race for less than 10 laps, and we've already had 3 people either disconnect or lose Bobby. It's not been good. I mean, I've seen better driving by a kid on a go-kart that you push with pedals.
And then Nikita's pitted really early. She's in P8 on front tyre.
She has, but it does mean that she has got the gap over Fozzie. Fozzie's now on a second set of option tyres like he does normally do, but I mean, for this track, would you want to go and do another set of option tyres at the start, or would you rather go and do a prime stint till the end?
I would prime at the end. I believe that's Living Dead 69 has been taken out.
Well, good evening, brothers and chaps. Well, since you came online, we have lost a couple more drivers. Alonso has unfortunately destroyed his car, but unlike you, we do not have a safety car. Also, we have lost connection to Team Matable, so we are down to a lovely 11 drivers, possibly even 10 now, actually. Yeah, indeed. So everyone that's going to be getting points tonight, and Matty Milk has a 10-second penalty. Siriaru. I'm not sure the caller's name, but Siriaru is saying on the street. There you go, I'll let you say his name. He's saying 4 prime stints.
Well, tell him I disagree. Well, I disagree with that. I was going to go 3 prime stints as an option at the end, which is why I was catching him. So if I didn't cause that safety car last night, he was a dead man near enough. I would have got him.
And you do realise he got second place, and
yes, I know he did. I watched the stream after. Obviously, I had my crash, and I must say, fair play to him. He did a very good job. Full credit to him. He deserved it.
Interestingly, XRL Bernie now leads the race after Stuart has pitted very early on. Bernie managing to get these tyres to go to at least lap 8.
So, we've just started lap 8 now. I will start my off on everybody.
Alrighty.
Yeah, saves you to a job. You can carry on doing what you're doing.
I'll still do my occasional little bit of corner cutting checks. I mean, that is my job at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, whoever you're on board with, if you're on board with the battle, you can always note it down. It's just I'll do the proper 3 laps for everybody on 1 or 2 occasions at least.
So, Bobbers, as you are here, you are back in Fozzie, of course. Are you disappointed to see that he's as low down as he is at the minute?
Yeah, he's 8th place. No, I expect him to come through late. I expect him to come through later on in the race. I mean, Fozzie's qualifying pace is not his strong point. Everybody knows that. But his strong point is consistency in the race. And him and I, when we did some practice this afternoon, he was back on his pace again where he should have been. So I expect him to come through the field. But obviously he's got the problem of those midfield runners, and it looks like he's getting a little bit held up.
Interestingly, XRL Bernie completed yet another lap on these option tyres. He's doing very well to keep these option tyres to go anywhere near lap 10.
Awesome Panda's pressuring. And it's Tom Chambers to P2 at the moment.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just before I got across here, that I did quite a few of us last night. I mean, myself, Nutters, and Sean, I think we all went for lap 9 of our first stints as well, because I think we were trying to probably get an option stint out at the end. But it's just down to obviously your tyre wear and what your setup's like, basically.
So Stuart, he has pitted in. He's on the prime tyres. He's already in 4th place. Goes a little wide at turn 4, trying to catch onto the back of the Living Dead. guys, on the stream, if you do have any questions for us, or if you want to give us any potential stats, or when you think guys are going to pit in, do let us know. Put whatever you want to put on the stream. Obviously, please make it as clean as possible. We don't want any bad things going on there. And
I'll do what I did last night.
And we'll do our best to get it read out to you.
Well, Bernie pits, just so you all know, and he's going, well, we'll see what his pit crew put on him. I expect the prime tyres, and it is.
Interestingly, the Awesome Panda also comes in, but Stuart's already gone past him, so Stuart's already gained about 3 to 4 seconds on Birdie, just by going in 3 laps earlier.
That's going to be under pressure from the car behind, which is, by the looks of it, the Red Bull of Magic Milk.
Indeed it is. So Bernie, after stopping, still in provisional P2 with Tom Chambers yet to pit in.
And Bob is still running for 40, he's just lost the P2 again.
So, well, how do you pronounce the guy that finished second in the F1 division's name again?
CRU.
There we go. He says the lap 23 undercut is extremely powerful around this track.
It is, yeah, because he undercut me on the first stop, around the pit stops, and then, yeah, even when I was catching him towards the end of that second stint, he pitted, what, 2 to 3 laps earlier than I did, and he got about a 6-second gap on me, so, yeah, the undercut is really powerful in it, but it just means that you're really vulnerable at the end of your stint.
Interestingly, Steve-O getting a little bit out of shape going into the final sector. Not what we're used to seeing from the GP3 driver.
Remains under pressure, Magic Milk for P3.
Now does make his first pit stop. So going to lap 10, the longest driver on his tyres, that's got to be promising since he did get up to, obviously, the lead.
Magic Milk up to P2 now.
You want to begin with?
He was on the option tyres to begin with.
Perhaps he's trying to do an option, well, maybe he's doing a couple of options since then, I would presume.
Actually, but Ian Unstoppable, the guy that had the pace in qualifying at the start, down to P10. Obviously, he must have been in one of them positions where he did have contact with someone. So there's no other reason why you'd be that far down, but...
I'm rather confused by what Brady just said. It's all over the back of Magic Milk, but Magic Milk just overtaken him on the straight. So he didn't drop the fire. So now he's going to lose more time to Stewart as he runs wide into 12. So his shot was on the foot there.
Perhaps he thinks Magic Milk is quicker than him. He's going to use him as a tour to catch up to Stewart, who's obviously got a couple lap older prime tyres on.
It looks like
he did go wide at turn 12. Well, Connor, I'll let you answer this question by Sierra. I can't say his name.
Shut up, Bob. Evil attempt.
I'll just call him the driver that got second at Hungary from now on.
Wow.
How about the best debutant we've probably had for quite some time?
The second best debutant we've had for quite some time. He says the pole time was the pole time. Connor, I'll let you answer that one.
17-2, wasn't it?
17-1 was the pole time.
17-1 by Stuart, in fact. That was the pole time.
that pole time would have put Stuart fourth on the grid right alongside me.
Well, there you have it, Stuart, with a blistering pace around this track. I mean, guys, Connor, you've got your race tomorrow along with me. Bobbers, you had your race last night. How do you find the track? And obviously with its tyre wear, it's a poor track for tyre wear.
It is. Yeah. Considering that in the actual F1 itself, the tyre wear is not actually that bad. I think Codemasters have kind of mucked it up a little bit on this track in particular. But yeah, tyre wear is awful. I mean, you can force stop, and the conservative approach is to obviously do one time stints. But if you really push your prime tyres for an extra 2 laps, you can gain an option set probably towards the end of the race, which is, as I said, what I was trying to do last night. I think Indigo was going to do the same, obviously until I binned it into the wall. But yeah, there are two ways in going of it. You can be conservative or you can be quite aggressive. So it just depends on which is more suited to yourself and what your setup's like.
Well, great advice there by Bobbers. Obviously, you guys in the lower divisions, including myself and Connor, we will take this advice. And because it's you, we might not listen because you did cause a safety car. But otherwise, do pay attention to that. Obviously, tyre wear, a big issue. Obviously, you guys from Tier 6 all the way up to GP3, you're going to be struggling just like Bobbers was last night.
Is this what you're going to do to me now that I'm here? Is just take the mickey out of me?
I think I've taken the Bobbers out of you, but you know. Oh, Maggie Mills had a little bit of a moment.
Sorry, carry on.
I was just saying he was having a little bit of a moment. And Bernie's just trying to find his way past, but he just can't do it at the minute.
What I was going to say was, I noticed on the first lap last night in the F1 race, Dan, when I was trying to make a move on Velocity and Feelers, Dan called me Boobers rather than Bobbers. I've listened to it back because I've been told by Stuart that he said it, and he did.
Well, guys, if you don't know the joke, Bobbers' nickname is, in fact, Boobers. So if you ever do talk to him on Xbox, please don't be afraid to call him Boobers.
Can I just add that I don't have any of them at all? It's only because it's simply adding an extra O in my name. So it's childish.
Really seems to be struggling to squeeze enough on the stand to make it 10 laps.
And I'll tell you one thing, Magic Milk is closing in on Stuart quite considerably.
P2 ground for a long time.
But the interesting thing is, though, Magic Milk has a 10-second penalty. I mean, I don't know what for. It may have been the incident.
But you know what? I've got a hunch that was in regards to Jamie when Jamie, just before he decided to do a rage quit. Because obviously Jamie took out Magic Milk in turn 1 on the first lap. Obviously Magic Milk's a little bit annoyed. So perhaps he's retaliated, but obviously we don't want to comment on it really because we don't know. We'll have to get the driver's opinions. So, you know, we'll have to look into it just and see if it can be removed later on.
Absolutely. Well, we are some way into this race. We're 14 laps in. It has been a very eventful start compared to... We're still yet to get to lap 36 where a Ferrari decides to crash.
I knew this was a bad idea, me coming into this. Well, even if I wasn't in this, you'd probably be taking the mickey out of me anyway.
Probably would be, to be honest.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, I took that corner perfectly. And it's simply because my two right tyres, they just touched the top of the curb and that was it. The car had just gone.
I will promise to stop winding you up.
No, you won't. Don't lie.
I'll be true to my word. I'll just wind up OGS instead.
Well, some poor performance he put in last night.
He still finished the race.
Yes, I know he did.
Anyway, Magic Milk seems to be dropping off the pace of Stuart now. It seems that...
No, he's catching. I can guarantee you he's catching.
It looks like he's falling behind. I mean, a couple of laps ago he was a lot closer and he's still nowhere near DRS range.
Chris, what race are you watching?
I think he's got something. Are you in your own lobby, Chris? Can you not see that Magic Milk is around about half a second a lap quicker as he just track extends turn 1? But
I don't know. All I see is Mark Webber trying to catch Lewis Hamilton.
Well, yeah, because thank goodness you said Mark Webber.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton's gone back to his McLaren days. He's clearly finding that Mercedes a tough time track, and Sergio Perez has got Mercedes for this race.
Oh, my God. It is a difficult corner. I must admit, it is a difficult corner to try and not track extend, but you've got to do your best.
Absolutely, and obviously if Swish was here, he would be pounding the beat right now. He would not tolerate it, and what did I from last night? Evo is catching XRL Bernie, and Bernie seems to call Magic Milk in the middle sector in particular. But at the minute, we've got a 4-car scrap for not just the podium places, but for the lead as well.
Is, I think he's, well, I know he's been on his tyres, what, 9 laps? Maybe 10 laps? And
About
it just
10
seemed to have
laps,
gone. It just seemed to have gone. I mean, Magic Milk's still laughing in the 23s, although saying that, but he's dragging along Bernie for the ride as well, so these guys are catching up to...
Not only that, but you've got Stevo behind as well. He's getting along for the ride.
Yeah, he's impressing me again tonight as well, Steve. You know, moving up from GP3. Is he covering tonight, or has he been moved up?
He's actually a reserve tonight for Rusty.
Oh, right. So, yeah, he's doing a fantastic job again. I mean, last week, you know, he got a 3rd place podium, which he, in full credit to him, he deserved. And he's right there up again with the top people again tonight. So he's definitely showing the pace where he can hang with these guys.
Absolutely, and not only that, he also won the GP3. He's had quite under controversial decision, but nonetheless, he still won it.
Well, that matters.
It probably never will happen again, but obviously I'm going to be winning the next few races and going on a little bit of a win streak, but obviously he won't be winning again this season. To be fair, my best chance of next getting a victory is probably Monza.
Yeah. Chris, the only chance you'll win a race ever again is if you get put in a lobby on your own and you have to finish your lap.
Why is this me to me?
Magic Milk and DRS.
You're doing the same to me.
Magic Milk has got DRS on XRL Stewart now and does have a little bit of a look into turn 1. Doesn't go in too deep, but he has got better traction out of turn 2, going in out of turn 2, even out of turn 1. Now going into turn 2 and 3, just going wider due to that tyre wear, I guess.
Living Dead looks to be closing as well.
It could have been a mistake, Bob. It could have been a mistake, and both the drivers lock up and Magic Milk very close to track limits there. But we've also got a 5th driver about 3 seconds behind Stewart.
That is the Living Dead, who is catching up on this group of 4 as well.
God, ignore everything I just said.
So interestingly, the number 1 driver of the German Grand Prix last week from McLaren is the number 2 driver for this race in Hungary, which they're pretty similar tracks regarding setup, except for the aero. That is very the same. And Stewart having a little bit of a moment there into turn 13. He's got Magic Milk all over the back of him, who's got XRL Bernie right behind him. And Stewart just doesn't seem to have confidence.
This could get very messy, or this is going to be a fantastic overtake.
Magic Milk going on the outside of turn 1.
Oh, it looks up.
Dan's looking on the inside as well, though.
Got to try and leave a little bit more room there, but on the outside does Magic Milk go, still making a little bit of contact there, but side by side. Incredible driving, and Stewart allows him to go through, but he does corner cut the corner.
Oh, commentator's curse from me there.
Front end plate lost there for Bernie. Not at the right point as well. He's only about halfway, well, just over halfway through his stint. He's going to be struggling now. Keep up with these guys.
Well, Roberts, you were saying about a possible turn 1 and Stevo goes wide. You were saying about a possible turn 1 incident at between Stewart and Bernie. There's these 2 drivers, but doesn't look like any contact. Just look like Dirty A got the better of Bernie.
Yep.
Bernie
Dan stays out.
He stays out, but he's struggling. He's not going to get better than at least a top 5 this race.
Well, there's still plenty of time left. I mean, we're not even a third of the way into this race yet, so there's plenty of time. Obviously, he will lose about 3 seconds or so in the pit stops, having to change his front nose, but, you know, the race is still young. Anything can happen. A safety car could be brought out. You never know.
Fozzie that brings it out, as the Awesome Panda in 6th place, not showing particularly good form in qualifying, getting P12, but he's up there in P6 and he's actually catching P5.
But yeah, he did pit. I think he pitted a lot later than him, so it's obviously his tyres will be slightly better, but there's not really that much difference.
Tom Chambers as well. Did come out in P9, but he's already gone up a couple of places and ahead of his teammate, crucially. Probably right behind him on these option tyres. The only guy so far to put on a second set of option tyres, but he's making them work. He's currently P8, he's ahead of Nikita. He's actually behind, and I believe Nikita's actually put on an option set of tyres.
Interesting, students seem to just found a bucket load of pace. It's still chasing Magic Milk. If Magic on pace on lap 20, I'll probably produce another set of prime tyres.
Wow, that must be really bad tyre wear then, if he's pitting that early.
Interestingly, Nikita and Fozzie have both pitted twice.
Perhaps he's trying to cover them off. I mean, he's leaving his box now.
Does Fozzie make it?
Fozzie's ahead. Fozzie's got ahead.
Nikita crucially hasn't. So Nikita could have held up Fozzie to help her teammate, but has not done so. And crucially, Fozzie can hold up Magic Milk, potentially give people like a Steve-O, give people like Stuart a better chance for the victory. Magic Milk's actually weaving his tyres.
Perhaps he's struggling to get heat into them.
My hand W on Montoya joined.
How did he got in?
I don't know.
Well, I haven't invited him.
I don't even know if it exists.
Well, Connor, Montoya, Connor. There you go. You've introduced yourself. Obviously, he can't hear you, but
Stuart's in the pit now.
Capital's now online. There he is. Did he say that he wasn't going to be racing tonight?
No idea.
Don't know. Interestingly, he's actually friends with Magic Milk, and Magic Milk is in the game. And if they're in party chat or in the same party, for instance, he could obviously join through that way, because there's no way Magic Milk could have invited him.
Yeah, that's the only way he could have joined.
Oh! Bernie's had lag.
Oh.
Bernie's just had lag and he's now behind the Living Dead.
No, he's not. Living Dead and Bernie's still battling it out there. Magic Milk does get ahead of Fozzie now.
Incident 2, two cars have stopped, I haven't seen it. Just looking at my mini-map, there's 2 cars stationed.
Magic Milk track extending, turn 4 yet again.
I need to investigate.
Yeah, drivers have got to be really careful with that. It seems to be the bit, oh, it's Living Dead. I've never seen somebody corner cut that so much before. He's got to cut turn 9. Dan now, you can have a little look into turn 12 maybe. It's not close enough. I would be very surprised if Dan wasn't to pit this lap actually. He's lost a lot of time from that 5-second lag spike that he's just had. So, and obviously as well he's got to change his front nose and he stays up a Living Dead pit.
I believe XRL Stuart was caught in an incident with Nikita at turn 2. Remember when I said that there were 2 cars stationary?
Also it's Stuart that's got involved.
Yeah, we need to speak to him and Nikita. There's 2 cars in the pit.
Yeah, Steve-O and Living Dead both in the pit. Magic Milk now up to P4 for the... sorry, not Fozzie. The Awesome Panda and Tom Chambers both fighting now ahead. And he's going to easily get past these two when these two hit.
Yeah, Awesome Panda just defending from Tom Chambers there.
These two have been on it all right.
It's interesting to see because Tom Chambers has not had the best luck in the world so far. He's not had a very particularly high scoring race, but this seems to be a track where he seems to be very confident.
I don't know how Ian and Sullivan could be so far behind.
I think you may have said on lap 2 or something that he did spin. That could have been a reason why. But obviously don't quote me on that.
Awesome Panda nearly did a me then and took too much curve, but I'll tell you what, Tom Chambers is now under threat.
Tom Chambers did go wide at turn 8. Bernie's going to stay out one more lap, he does.
Definitely going for the longer strategy.
Chambers under real threat now by Red Bull. But Tom Chambers is just flying away. He's got the DRS as well as Magic Milk. Magic Milk can't get it to any good effect.
Tom Chambers was defending with a little bit of curves maybe.
Yeah,
but all this is helping into the hands of Fozzie here, who is gaining on this group.
Fozzie, of course, yet to go on the prime tires. He's had 3 stints on option.
Yeah, him and I were talking just before when we were doing a little bit of practice, and he was actually considering doing a 5-stop strategy actually, to do obviously more options. So we'll look at Nikita. I wonder if that's in relation to Stuart, or is that just a simple disconnection?
No idea.
We still need to speak to both Nikita and Stuart after the race.
I would have feeling that Awesome Panda and Tom Chambers are actually catching Bernie.
It wouldn't surprise me with the end plate damage that he's got.
He's
but
in the pits
this
now.
this is a four-way scrap. As Panda and Tom Chambers both pit, so that leaves Fozzie to fight it out with Magic Milk. Bernie pits as well.
I wonder how much time Stuart's lost in all of his incidents.
Bernie's going to stay ahead of the Awesome Panda.
Oh,
And he doesn't. And Tom Chambers is ahead. So Bernie's lost out big time.
It's just getting from bad to worse for XRL Bernie. Qualifying P2, and yet he's having a very scrappy race.
Oh, the Awesome Panda goes very wide at turn 1.
I believe we've got F1 Speed on the stream saying, just got back from the pub, evening. So, is that issue speed evening to you?
Now, have you done a TRL Boston? Have you had too much to drink? Are you feeling okay?
That's more of an
Are you able to race tomorrow night without causing collisions?
That's OGS for the classics, okay?
McLaren battle going up to 3, 4, 5. We'll see more of the McLaren.
Well, it's not F1 Speed, so whoever it is, we don't even need to.
Is it Swift?
Could it be Swish? Swish, is that you? Just having a look at Living Dead into turn 1. They just keep the speed there. The head using curves down towards turn 2. Further ahead of Fozzie, and seems to be Fozzie's going very slowly. And yes, it is Swish. Well, good evening, Swish. You have missed a very packed 26 laps here in Hungary.
Yeah.
We've got Bobbers here to help us with doing it. We've also got him in the box just so we have a bit of content, and Fozzie has gone off track and he's lagged.
That's nice to see you getting all excited there, Chris, for nothing.
Well, he went off track and then he came back on track. It's like seeing Jamie. And Fozzie goes into the pits. No, he doesn't. And he does.
What? You're in the pits? What are you on about?
He went in the pits.
I'm sure you are watching something completely different to me and Connor.
Yeah.
They tell me when you're on board with Fozzie it says lap 27.
Well,
I would, but he's in the pit lane.
I'm sure it is. Well, obviously I've got a couple more people yet to do, and I think at this rate, Fozzie's going to be the last person that I need to watch. So, in fact, in all fairness, he's the next and last person I need to do. So,
yeah, what's the ball now up to P9. You've only got 9 runners and riders left after so many things happening.
The dead one's wide. No real pressure consumer.
Well, Swish put him on the stream. Lag makes things more exciting than they actually are. Well, Swish, you know from watching people like Jamie go straight off into the barrier and then come back on track 5 seconds ahead from where they were, it can be very exciting and scary at the same time because you don't know what could happen. That's exactly what I've just had from Fozzie. And Andy Quibby also chips in saying lag is annoying. Couldn't agree more.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Obviously, I suffer quite a lot in my races, as Bobbert knows and Connor knows. And
I'm the host
8.5
as well,
seconds
I'll
is a
suffer.
record, by the way.
Is that a Guinness World Record thing, Chris?
I think it's got to be somewhere a world record, but I wouldn't say Guinness. I'd say a Red Bull world record.
Just in regards to when you said when Swish things, lag can sometimes be good. I remember one of your comments, Swish, from the F1 division race in Bahrain, where you thought Taco had made an amazing move on one of the drivers, and unfortunately it didn't count because they lagged back ahead of him. There's quite a lot of front wing.
Guys, Stuart lost his front wing.
Stuart's lost his.
Battling with his teammate. I don't know if he if teammate moved over and sort of pushed him into one of the side barriers that 100 meter goes on and just completely pulled off his front wing.
Well, that's certainly an inter-team battle that's not gone well, and that's well, again, not even halfway through this race, and Stuart, well, his race is just going from bad to worse.
Bit like XRL Bernie as well. Both the people on the front row struggling in this race at the minute.
And the other team is WTF.
Oh, the Awesome Panda's got held up by Stuart, and here comes Tom Chambers through the middle, and he goes ahead. Good opportunist move from Tom Chambers there. Awesome Panda was caught napping with Stuart's in front wing, and he takes 4th place for now.
Interestingly, Bernie's actually dropping off the back of Tom Chambers and the Awesome Panda.
I just got massive haircut from one user.
Yeah, of course.
Or a steward for you.
Uber. Stop taking them.
Obviously now, after P7, he has now pitted for the prime tyres. And he's doing a reasonable job to get back up there after his first pit stop of the race.
Well, clearly he's going to be going prime stints to the end of the race now. He was going to get the option tyres out of the way, and then just concentrate on the primes and see if he can make positions.
Now seems to be reeling in the Red Bull of absolute stellar job for a GP3 reserve.
Well, as we mentioned already, last week he did a phenomenal job in coming to GP2 in his first outing, and he's proven it again tonight. He's clearly got the pace, and he can clearly run in with these guys.
Absolutely. Wish, unfortunately, there has been a lot of incidents regarding what you put on the stream. Obviously, if you would like to know further information, the best person really to talk to is obviously XRL Bernie. So I'd advise you talking to him. I wouldn't want to put anything on there, or I wouldn't want to say anything that may either get the league into trouble or anything. And Bernie's now finally left the race.
Yeah, before you ask Swish, we don't know how he's managed to get into the game. None of us have invited him.
Well, I have a feeling I know
he did a
how.
party with somebody.
Yeah,
we have a feeling Magic Milk
is
the party.
Magic Milk.
Or with XRL Fozzie, he's closing in on XRL Bernie. He's all over his gearbox, going up into the chicane at turn 6 and 7 as Bernie cuts across turn 7 just to extend his advantage, because Bernie's clearly struggling on this stint. Actually, he goes wide He doesn't seem to have the grip.
Oh, the people that were in the midfield, like the Living Dead and the Stevo, they seem to be gaining more out of the tyres now. They're in some clean air than the people that were actually leading the race at the beginning.
There have been some
as you mentioned,
costly mistakes.
Yeah, people making mistakes, are quite a few incidents, but you know, we just got just have to see how it goes. I mean, right, XRL Fozzie's now got DRS active on XRL Bernie. He's using his curves. He pulls to the inside. Does he get the car stopped in time? Yes, he does. And that, Bernie gets a chance to get the undercut. But Fozzie will have DRS to pull away. Bernie's responding with curves as they come down towards turn 2, but Fozzie holds the inside line, gets the car stopped, and that is P6 for Fozzie. I think I was on board with Fozzie then, actually, whilst doing that report. That was a fantastic move.
Unfortunately, nobody else saw it.
I saw it, so...
There you go. There you go, Chris.
And all the people on the stream saw it.
Exactly. So you were the only person, Chris. So bye-bye.
I'm watching Stuart at the minute, right?
Where is he? He lost.
He's lost. He's currently in P9. The Pulses are not having a good run here. Did look very strong in the first stint, but since coming out into some dirty air, he's not had the best of runs, really. And I believe Swish is going on to some of it here, saying tyres here are awful. Couldn't agree more, and it is so easy to get it wrong, as Nuts is a great example of last night's race. Due to a certain somebody in a Ferrari.
Here we go again. That's the third time now that you've mentioned it, and we're not even halfway through this race.
Love you too.
You know, Chris, if you have an incident of something tomorrow, all I'm going to comment about on the F4 race the week after is, oh, did you see Righteous crash his car?
Well, the conundrum that I can think of at this point is, I win the race.
That's not happening. If you win tomorrow night, Chris, I will video myself running down my street naked. How about that?
Also, Swish, I apologize for the ratio and all that stuff, but it's the best I can do, right?
You're doing a fantastic job there. You're doing good.
I know.
XRL Fozzie now catching up on his teammates Tom James in 4th and the Awesome Panda in 5th. Fozzie's clearly liking these prime tyres. He's pulled a bit of a gap to Bernie, who I've already mentioned he is struggling. YouTube sensation. Going very wide at the hairpin at turn 13. He's got a load of marbles on his tyres now. He's another person who's not had a particularly good race after having an initial good start. He's just fallen off the field, and well, let's see if he can catch up to the 3 or 4 way battle that's going to be going on quite shortly.
Well, I can give you some good news. XRL Fozzie has passed XRL Bernie for 6th place and is now on the back of Awesome Panda and his teammate Tom Chambers.
Chris, that happened
Did you
3
not
laps
hear me
ago.
a lap ago already mentioning that?
I don't
2 laps
care.
ago.
I'm
No,
repeating
we were
it,
going on
right?
about people on the stream watching the overtake. Are you sure you're not watching like
I thought he
NASCAR?
should have overtaken somebody else, alright?
Right, Chris, are you on lap 33 or are you on lap 31?
That's 29.
Get away.
I would like to say the same thing to you, but I don't want to go into a walk or safe car.
Taco just commenting he's clearly watching the stream when he's already said Martin Bundle 2.0 to me. Don't worry, Taco, I'm not going to be going schizophrenic tonight.
Don't worry, we've got Jonathan Ledyard here, aka Bobbits. We've got Murray Walker here, aka Bush on the stream, sending lovely things. And obviously,
how dare you?
No, we've clearly got Crofty, and we've also got who else can we say?
Chris, if you're going to be anyone, you're more like Ted Club.
because Fozzie's made 3 pit stops at this current time on lap 34, he's not expected to come in for yet another 9 laps. But it doesn't mean that I am Ted Kravitz, you know.
Well, it kind of does.
Ted Kravitz is better than Maurice Goodman.
But Steve Ryder. Oh, Jim Rosenthal, there you go. But that's back in the day.
Jim Rosenthal.
Who would you say has actually been the best commentator? This is for anybody on the stream. Put your comments on this. Who do you think has been the best pairing for F1 in terms
Oh,
of
Living Dead lost his front wing. I think he's got a puncture as well. Yeah, he does.
And they're all going to go past him now. This has been a terrible race for both McLaren drivers, both making mistakes. Pretty much being very costly ones as well.
That's definitely going to put Living Dead towards the back of the field.
And the Awesome Panda looks on the inside of turn 1 on Tom Chambers. Gets moved on.
Interesting question, that one.
Well, if you're going to go for interesting commentators and stewards, you've got to say Murray Walker has to be one of them, so he's definitely one of them.
Oh, most definitely.
But I'd say probably James Hunt.
With James Hunt, yeah. But if you want, and another question then is, if you had to pick 2 people, obviously they could be from different eras of when they were commentating, if you have 2 people that you'd put together, then who would it be? I mean, I know these 2 actually work together, but I would still say, you know, probably Murray Walker and Martin Brundle. They were a fantastic pairing.
Bernie's fighting on his front down his shit and falling 3-5.
Bernie's caught up to these guys. Actually, he's not done too badly, unless these guys have been fighting it hammer and tongue. But, Fozzie goes a little wide, and Bernie's got a chance into the hairpin at turn 13. Fozzie holds the inside and keeps the position for now.
We're now officially halfway through this race.
Neither of them have curves, so it's simply going to be Fozzie doesn't have DRS behind his teammates, but this is Bernie's chance to retake the position. Fozzie goes very, very well, as close to the wall as he dares on the inside. He hugs it on the curves nicely, and Dan tries to go around the outside. He hasn't got the traction, and he's trying to respond with some curves. But it's just not enough, and Fozzie holds on. Up at the front, meanwhile, Magic Milk. He's got around about, what would you say, about a 3 second, 2.5, 3 second gap over a Steve-O?
Looks like it. And
Sorry, Chris, go on.
I didn't say anything, that was fun.
that was me. Then Swish says in the stream that David Croft and Anthony Davidson are the best commentators. No.
Now, Swish, I don't know if you were the one that, well, yes, you have been drinking tonight, so clearly that's done something to you. So, get a nice cup of tea or a drink of water and get it out of your system.
Have a kebab.
Because, well, I admit David Croft, he's a great commentator, so there's no doubt about that. But Anthony Davidson...
Right, anyway, Bobbers, I'm going to cut across you because the leaders have pitted. Magic Milk is in the pits along with Estevo, and they are still going to come out ahead, potentially, of the battle. Well, Estevo's not. Estevo is actually in between the battle, but...
He's going to be alongside Fozzie. No, Tom Chambers, he cuts turn 1 just to ensure that he's ahead of Tom Chambers, though. He stays ahead, so he's only stuck behind the 1 car.
Swish doesn't like us disagreeing with him as well.
Interestingly, how you guys haven't read out the one underneath David Croft and Anthony Davidson.
Marvelous Hamilton and Ledger. Family Brewbert and Ledger as well.
Brewbert and Ledger. Here we go again. In no fairness, I haven't got my the chat box up. I'm just simply noting down, watching everything that's going on, and I'll be doing my second round of packet sending corner report quite soon.
Who gets, this is the people on the stream and you guys here, who's getting or going to be doing the grid to leave that LGS into?
Well, I was very
What's that?
I was was very tempted to buy it, but from what I've heard from some people, as Fozzie dives into the pits, I'm not too sure as to whether or not I'll get it now. The graphics on it look simply immense, but you know, not having to do pit stops is one problem with it.
Yeah.
Cockpit view is actually terrible.
And cockpit view is terrible. Yeah. Interestingly, Fozzie is coming out of the pit and he's going to be stone dead last.
Even if they were taking 30 to turn 1 for P2. What are you doing over doing with its F3 and endurance and H2 and comp?
Yes, it is.
It is. Interestingly, the first race, which I found quite interesting, is a PTM race. So if you're watching the stream, buy the game now.
It's all perfectly set up for you. This is why, you know, when we were trying to attempt to do the Forza 4 League and do the DTM races, you know, Taco, you should have been there. Where were you?
Racing grid
For the very few races that we did.
Interestingly, I was actually in the lead for the final ever won until it got cancelled.
What do you want, a freaking cookie?
But it is Hungary after all. I'd love a cookie.
Very funny, very funny.
Chris, your jokes are just as bad as anything that I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, at least I won't destroy my car and get a safety car.
Oh, well, you don't know that until you race tomorrow night. Is it 50 to 100% that you're actually doing?
50.
50, right.
Oh my.
As XRL Bernie now goes into the pits, clearly reacting to the Fozzie pitting, but I'll expect the Toro Rosso driver to come out behind Fozzie and end up in last as he goes onto another set of prime tyres. Yep, he's left his box and Fozzie has already gone through, so that puts Bernie down into P9, but he's still picking up points, which is the main thing, so long as he stays in.
Yeah, but it's pretty disappointing for him if he started P2.
Well, yes, there is that, but you know, you got to look at the positives. Look at the positives.
His teammate crashed his car and he's got 2 points.
I'd say Steve was catching magic milk as well.
You know, that is a positive thing. What Bernie's doing is not positive. If anything, it's ruining Toro Rosso's name.
That's a bold statement.
Well, Alonso's not here to help tarnish the name of Toro Rosso.
Yeah, that's very true, but you're definitely right, Connor. Steve-O is catching magic milk.
And they're also pulling away from 3rd place and 4th place.
Well, yeah, considering that they have both just pitted.
Well, Swish, it's not as action-packed as the F1. Watch from laps 1 to 26 and then come back to us.
Yeah. And you can shout at Jamie as well for being pretty idiotic.
Hey, Chris, do you know what you have forgotten? You've missed lap 36.
But no Ferraris destroyed their car.
If only I had a recording device and I could have put that on the website saying, well, perfect into corner, epic fail. just proves how annoying this game can be.
Epic fail.
Well, no, because that's just some of you, Chris. That's the problem.
To be fair, I do have actually a video saying epic fail where I did a barrel roll at Canada.
Oh, barrel roll.
You know,
There you go.
It's funny because it was actually in a Ferrari. At all the champions.
Tell you what, the two McLaren drivers have actually recovered somewhat. Stewart's in 4th and Limited is not too far behind him in 5th. You know, considering where they were 10 laps ago after the mistakes they've both made, you know, I suppose they could take it as a decent recovery, but I think both of them will be disappointed come the end. As there's actually a battle going on for what is, I believe, 7 to 8.
P7 and 9. Oh, that's a side pod glitch.
And Williams and Tom Chambers, there's a side pod glitch.
Ian joining the pit.
The unstoppable pits anyway, but Tom Chambers has clearly lost out there, and he's lost a lot of time to Bernie. There's another. Who's that has just come out? I think is that the Awesome Panda?
Guys,
yeah, Awesome Panda's just made a pit stop, and he's just out. He's just come out ahead of Bernie.
Guys, Chris has got a question for all of us. Who is... Oh, well, Chris has just answered it.
No, but what was the question?
Who was the only female driver to actually attempt to qualify in F1 cars in the 1990s? Or in the 1990s, should I say.
Disney Wolf, wasn't it?
That's the same his reply.
What did he say?
I'm not prepared to say on stream. It's a little bit extreme.
Does it involve some rather letters?
No. It involves Giovanna and Matti.
Oh dear.
God, there's no swearing.
There's no swearing.
God damn it, man. I'll tell you what, guys, it's actually, I believe, is that Battle for Third? Yes, Battle for Third. The Living Dead, it's the McLaren team battle. The Living Dead is on the inside of Stewart into turn 1. He gets quite a lot of oversteer, but the side by side. The Living Dead has the DRS, he's using his curve. Stewart has the inside into turn 2, he brakes later. Oh, the bad wheel. Stewart forces him a little wide. That's quite naughty from Stewart. So he led Living Dead back through turn 3, and that should be position held. And it is Stewart slots in behind through turn 4, so Living Dead moves back up into P3. But they're quite some distance behind the front two. I've got, I would say, at least a 15-second gap over these guys. And the Ferrari of Fozzie in 5th? Yeah, it will be. Yeah, Fozzie in 5th is now all over the team McLaren. So my bet, well, obviously my bet for the win is off on Fozzie, I would say, but he's doing a really good job. He's recovering well.
Chris, which team did she drive for?
Well, she's an Italian driver after all, so first instinct would be to think Italian, i.e. Ferrari and I think
Stewart Pitt.
Yeah, indeed he does, and Fozzie's now going to retake full place. But obviously, I'm not sure whether Benetton counts as an Italian car. It's more French car with the Renault.
Yeah, I would have said French.
So it's going to be interesting, but I'd say someone not with a particularly high lifestyle within the early 90s anyway.
Maybe even, I don't know.
Wrong, I never even said a team. I just said you think Italian team and she's an Italian driver. I never actually gave a definite answer.
You mad, Chris?
That's my answer.
Probably.
OGS just sent me the answer via text.
I
asked him the question when Trish put it on there, which is why I delayed my thing, because I was waiting for an answer from OGS, and obviously because he is Wikipedia himself, he sent a message back saying it's Brabham. So there we go, that is my explanation. But I would have thought probably more along the lines of like where Susie Wolf is at Williams. I probably would have personally said myself Benetton or something like that. But indeed she was at the Brabham. I actually enjoy these pub quiz questions by Swish.
Swish, keep going.
Yeah, well, they haven't a lot on the F4 streams actually. When there's not much going on, then yeah, we do a lot of pub quiz questions between myself, Swish, Lee, and Crazy Fish mainly.
Well, I would happily get involved, but the fact is I raced.
Oh yeah, there's that problem. Oh, it's down. He's gone off the track again at turn 5. That's twice he's done that, and fortunately this time he didn't spin the car.
The gap between Magic Milk and the Stevo seems to be about 1.5 to 2 seconds. It's going down slowly.
There's a bigger bass going for third as Fozzie's caught up to the second McLaren and Living Dead.
slipstream towards the inside, very quickly. If we can slow it down, which it does. Job done, right?
Yeah, probably you've got the pressure tyres. You should be able to pull away now.
Yeah, well,
The gap at the front, the gap at the front is closing even more. Stevens had a good lap.
Yes, and the gap is going to be in the range of DRS.
Who is the only driver to win in the wet at Hungary?
I mean, full wet or
Or has it rained at some point?
Yeah, I would have said Jensen Button, but the finish in the dry, didn't it?
Yeah.
Jensen Button.
The finish in the dry,
to be fair, he won both of the races that were wet, so...
Actually, yeah, in 2011 and 2006 he won.
So there we go, we're going to go for Jensen Button Swish. Evo, right on the back now, he's going to have a look at the end of this lap.
Button is correct. We were all right with that question.
Yeah. 10 pocket get bothered.
Well, but Swish, what season was it? Was it 2006 or 2011?
Both, because it was intermediate since 2006.
Sure.
Who's the last driver to be black flagged in real life race?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a very good question.
I think I can remember when the last black and orange flag was. That's not enough.
I remember back in 2008 there was two cars that got black flagged for crossing the pit lane, and that was Giancarlo Fisichella and Felipe Massa. I don't think of any other drivers that black flagged.
I would have been going to go way back if I knew something.
Oh, we won't be going further back than 2008, that's for sure. You know what, I'm going to make my own guess and go for 2008 where we had two drivers. That was in Canada.
Actually, it could be 2008, but it could be Rubens Barrichello in Australia.
Canada was after Australia.
Because I think Rubens left his pit box now with a lollipop being raised, and I think he's speeding it towards the end of the pit lane as well.
But who?
Well, I think it was Rubens, not Australia.
Yeah, I've got a message from XRL Fearless, and he's actually sent me a voice message. Why do this to me?
Because he hates you that much.
Obviously, that made me turn it back 12 laps ago.
That'll be lap 35, Chris. It just depends on who you're on board with.
Well, I'm gonna do what XRL Fearless says.
Someone's stationing me at turn 1.
Well, XRL Fearless has actually asked for a rundown, so I'm going to quickly go and do a rundown for him. In first, we do have Magic Look with a Stevo right on his tail in second place. In third, we have XRL Fozzy for Ferrari. Fourth place, we have the Living Dead 69 for McLaren Mercedes. But in fifth place, we have the Awesome Panda. Fifth place, we have XRL Bernie starting on P2, but he's had a pretty poor race so far. P7, we have Tom Chambers 92 in the other Ferrari, doing a reasonable job since he qualified in them. XRL Stewart is second to last in 8 after having pretty torturous second stint. And Ian Unstoppable brings up the final place in P1.
What is going on here? Tom Chambers, I think, just let through him, Stewart.
Yeah, I was above with Stewart then, and I win! I got it right!
Fisher Keller. For Canada. Ooh, I don't want to do that.
Fisher Keller and Massa both got black flags in that race, in fact. Indeed, it was the pit lane under a red light because of the incident regarding his Master's teammate at the time, Kimi Raikkonen, and Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah. When they failed to stop to the red light.
Yep.
But that was when Hamilton ran into the back of that.
Yeah.
And then both did the same.
And then both. It was a messy pit lane, let's say that.
It was indeed. Cleaning up in aisle 4.
He was got a great run on Magic Motor to turn 13, which hopped the back out of it.
Well, that gap between the two leaders back to third it's just getting bigger and bigger, but nearly a three-way scrap going on for third now. Fozzie hasn't pulled away.
Might just learn that he still wins that round of trivia. He was in the slipstream.
Watching the race.
Down on the inside, can you slow it down to turn 1?
Down into turn 1. What an overtake by Steve-O to take the lead of the race.
Magic Mill tries to come back and looks to the inside of turn 2. I think Steven's just got the grip together through that, and he does.
That's the perfect timing for me now as I do my report and I move on to the two leaders.
Through the train from P3 to P5. It's Fozzie, possibly Stewart. No, Living Dead and Awesome Panda.
What's quite interesting is did they both pit on the same lap, these two?
They did.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, and yet Magic Milk's tyres are in a worse condition than a Steve-O's.
They're both in Panda on that spike.
Interesting to see if Magic Mill decides to come in and do 2 option runs at the end.
Steve-O's just sliding all over the place out of the hairpin there. I mean, what lap did these guys pit on what, lap 30? Roughly? Well, they're in the 124s.
Right.
Last lap, obviously, that didn't include overtakes, but
I think they'll be hit by Swish.
Yeah, I'm confused by it.
Who's the only manufacturer to leave a circuit via a crash at the same circuit in 2 different classes of motorsport, including F1?
Well, I can presume that would include maybe F1 and obviously the GP2 or GP3 support races. So
potentially, we could also think of motorcycles, because obviously you've got Honda. Honda, yeah. F1.
Which is that a more recent occurrence, or is it from quite a while back? I mean, could you give us like a decade period or the actual year?
Like, I don't know if you mean like Troy from F1 was crashed in the time and Troy from something else also. I don't know, that's kind of confusing me.
Imagine most tires are clearly gone.
You know when you've just realized that your girlfriend watches the stream?
What's that?
My girlfriend's watching the stream, I just noticed.
Oh, is she that any person?
Yeah.
Right. I thought so. When I was looking at the viewers list earlier, I thought, I've never seen that name before. Well, welcome, Connor's girlfriend. It's great to have you watching this rather bizarre race and listening to your boyfriend commenting on it.
And Swish has best of both, new and old.
Well, actually, in all fairness, I remember Swish saying, I can't remember which stream it was actually, but that his girlfriend was watching him as well. I think it might have been when we were commentating through F4 actually.
Right, Panda's starting to lag like hell.
Yeah, I've noticed that the past couple of laps. He ghosted at turn 12, he went off the track and then he came back on again and lagged right in front of whoever was just ahead of him.
I think it was even getting
probably a scary moment.
Yeah.
Tell you what, brothers, we'll let you answer this one. See if you can get an answer right.
Well, seems I'll go the last one right anyway, but go on.
And Swift does say his missus does indeed watch the stream.
Well, Swish, my missus is watching it too.
Chris doesn't have a missus, so he doesn't know how to feel. Actually, in all fairness, neither do I. But with my previous missus, they've all watched me race, so they know what I'm like.
Well, at least my mummy see me race, okay?
Oh, little mummy boy.
To shout out, brag about Chris. Steve at the front, he's pulled a bit of a gap to Magic Milk now. He's about second and a half behind because he was clearly got the better wear on his tyres than Magic Milk. He's hanging on for dear life.
People that were battling for P1 and 2, Bernie and Stu, are now battling for P5 and 6.
How the mighty has fallen.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to take a guess at the manufacturer. I'm going to say Lotus.
Maybe. That's a bit cool. Maybe Caterham. They've got a GP.
I was thinking of more recent thing like Marussia or Caterham.
Don't Caterham have like a sort of support team?
Well, Caterham do have Caterham and Marussia do have GP2 cars as well as GP3 actually, if I'm right in saying.
Well, not only that, but you've got Red Bull as well.
Yeah, there is. Ooh, Red Bull.
That makes sense. Maybe no. Hang on.
I'm gonna go.
What about Red Bull and Toro Rosso? Does that count?
So this is wrong. Well, I'm out.
Caterham's wrong.
Caterham's wrong. Is Marussia wrong?
I haven't said that yet. Stu was trying to go around to the outside of Bernie just with marbles on his tires. And someone from the lead has pitted. I'm not finding who it is.
Yeah, Magic Milk is pitted.
Oh, right.
So Steve was going for one extra lap. Well, can Magic Milk get the undercut? He's come out in a comfortable second place. He's got the clean air that he needs. It's just, does he have the speed on this one lap? Depending if Steve pits in. Coming on turn 13, now will he dive into the box? Yes, he does.
The key words are...
He's always on.
The key words are left of circuit, not just flash, and Marusha's wrong.
So, left of circuit. It's a hard one.
That's the Milk and Steve. They're going to be side by side coming into turn 1. Steve has got the inside, Magic Milk on the outside. And the undercut has worked. Magic Milk retakes the lead.
Could it be Renault? Remember in 2009 that Flavio Briatore left because Nelson Piquet was the only one left?
Ooh. That's not a bad shout.
Bernie pits in the P8.
Renault's wrong.
Damn it! Well, to Swish's knowledge anyway.
At this rate, I'm going to give up.
You know what, I'm thinking, possibly from the old 2006.
What about like from... Was it the American Grand Prix when like only 6 cars raced? were older than that, they could have gone left.
2005.
Well, you're about the American Grand Prix back in 2000 and...
Oh, switching back to start off the...
Because there's only 6 cars racing, no one else wanted to race. They could have left.
Yeah, but they did crash.
Oh, yeah, but the idea was they left the circuit.
Yeah, kind of was.
Don't switch, just tell us.
Because the answer is...
Not mentioned, though.
Mercedes.
Mercedes at Le Mans.
F1 race in 1965
We are going back. We're going back 60 years ago. back when Swish was a wee little lad. What joking, Swish? You know you're only like half that age, probably. I think.
Okay, that was a serious question.
That was a hard question.
Keep coming in, Swish.
Make it more recent for us younger
Magic
generation.
Milk seems to be pulling ahead. We want it hold like that.
Austin Panda in third place is starting to become under a little bit of pressure from Stewart.
So it's been that in 1999 when it stepped up, was that when Mark Webber was driving? Oh, he means like the actual car clash and like flew over the barrier. Jeez, fine. So Stewart trying to get on that final podium position.
Well, everything seems to have broken up a little bit. The closest battle on track is Stewart, who is trying to catch up to the Awesome Panda. I think he's maintained the gap to Magic Milk on this lap, but I mean, his tyres will be 1 lap newer and fresher, but whether he can make the most out of them. Of course, as well to see if any of the guys behind them have to pit again.
And again, Stewart's tyres are quite warm already. He might be pitting another...
a good job though, catching up to Panda.
Yeah. He's going to try and do like a Bandai lap, 10 laps on the options.
Well, he's got the DRS. Is he going to have a look into turn 1? He's sticking his nose out. He's forced the Awesome Panda to go wide, but the Awesome Panda will have better traction with Stewart retaliates with DRS and Kurz. Having a look around the outside, but Awesome Panda shuts the door into turn 2, and you'd think he'll hold it up the hill in towards turn 4.
Well, isn't Swish tuned which truck in Formula 1 that has the most depth?
God. Which track did he say has had the most depth?
Yeah.
Now, there's quite a few that I've got in my head already. I mean, one of them is Monza.
And Imola for me.
Imola as well. Zolder's not a bad shout.
What about the olden days Spa?
For Le Mans, it's not the one, as he did say, 80 people were killed in the 95 crash. No, it's not the one I'm actually got, so it's not that. Obviously, if 80 were killed, then obviously it's pretty bad.
Yeah, this is meant to be quite cheery here, and we're talking about that. The Living Dead now has caught up to the back of the Awesome Panda and Stewart battle, and he's got the DLS on his teammate.
Oh, I didn't know it was Living Dead.
Yeah, but he's just caught up to the pair of them. His tyres are much fresher. I don't think he has to pit again. Got so much more grit than the other two. He's got the traction at the corner. He's having a look at his teammate. Here we go again. Round 2 versus Stewart and the Living Dead. And the Living Dead just breaks far too late and goes off at turn 2. Now, the Ferrari of, I believe, is it XRL Fozzy? It is Fozzy. Fozzy's now joining in on this battle.
Oh, was Chris that
Have
asked
a look
which
on the Awesome
F1 track?
Panda up through turn 8. That would have been a bold move.
I didn't realise it was Chris that asked which F1 track had the most depth. Well, on YouTube.
I don't know. Tell you what. Steve-O's clearly made a mistake on the last lap or two because Magic Milk has pulled out a few seconds over him.
Yeah. Oh, Stuart Arnold and Panda in the pit, I would presume this is for options.
Yeah,
Options.
so that puts Living Dead and Fozzie now up into provisional P3 and 4. So it's a
Living
case
Dead's
of
lagging a bit.
Candles to catch up on their last options there while these guys are on the prime tyres to the end. Bernie, meanwhile, he's currently in P5, and Bernie's actually lost another end plate. I wonder if he's done it at the same place again.
Well, his races went from bad to worse.
His races, yeah. After what was quite an encouraging start. And Stuart is ahead of the Awesome Panda out of the pit stops, because obviously the McLaren is ahead of the Lotus garage, and yeah, so Stuart's actually gained a position out of the pit stops.
That was an easy switch.
It was the only driver to win title.
Oh, yeah. Sadly passed away this year.
Jack Brabham. Yeah. That lost to motorsport, but yeah, remember the good times.
Okay, I've got a question. I'm not going to put it down on the stream, but who is the only driver to win both a championship of 4 wheels and 2 wheels?
That's a good question.
Because he got that question from Wikipedia.
I actually do know this one by heart. And
Was it?
this is a good one.
I want to say Michael Schumacher, because I know he did 5 races after F1, but I don't think he won.
That would be incorrect.
Right. So did he win the F1 championship, do you mean, or just at any 4 wheels?
F1 championship. He did win the F1 championship and 2 wheels.
And it's definitely not recent, is it? It's going quite a while back, I think.
No, it's not Jim Clark's wish.
Is it?
Swish has asked which...
Is it well, hang about, right, I think I might have it, but just want to ask, is he British?
Yep.
I think I saw like a...
Oh, I think I've seen something in regards to this.
Yeah. Living Dead looks at the inside of Fozzie into turn 1. Doesn't get it stuck there.
Won the Isle of Man TT, but yeah, I'm on a
John Surtees. John Surtees. There you go.
Indeed, it is John Surtees.
Oh, yeah. Also, Swish has asked, which Grand Prix has had 3 different names? I would have said Nürburgring. Actually, no. No, I don't think it was.
What? Does he mean which country?
No, which track has had 3 different names?
Then yeah, it would be Nürburgring. It had the Luxembourg, it had European, and the German Grand Prix. Wish. Well, I know for a fact that the A1 wing and the Red Bull Racing track is 2 name changes. I don't know for about a third though. Oh, correct.
Oh, was Nürburgring? So it would have been the German Grand Prix, the European Grand Prix, and what else?
Luxembourg.
Oh, yeah.
Luxembourg.
Oh, I get what he means there. It wasn't Nürburgring. I misunderstood the question. I thought it meant the actual track name.
Oh, right.
Okay, 7 laps remaining here in Hungary. We do have questions coming in from the man himself, Swishbone.
The Alpha Panda's got a run on Tom James out of turn 1, and he takes 7th place quite easily.
Living Dead is houndering, I think, Fozzie for P3. Yep.
Yeah, those two are going to be battling it out right to the end. It's a case of can Stewart catch up to them?
It looks like Steve has gotten ever closer as well to Magic Milky.
That gap seems to be, that gap has maintained the last couple of laps, but anything can happen. You know, Steve clearly made a mistake a few laps ago, but he's brought it back. He's given Magic Milk a run for his money, who we have to remember has that 10-second penalty for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Which we will ask him about.
I've been freeing him out to do the change.
Well, if that is the case, then obviously a penalty can be.
Never crossed the body, looks side with the inside, body was a bit wide.
Interesting question by Swish. Who did pass the Maldonado first driving F1 car 4?
I'm going to finish with a really trick question.
What did he say? Who did pass the Maldonado first drive for in F1? Yeah.
I want to say Williams, but I'm going to figure it's a trick question.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking that. It's not just Williams, is it? Did he drive a support? Did he cover for somebody? Is what I'm thinking.
Was he not? Did he not do like a pre-practice session sometime? That I didn't know.
Did he mean an actual complete race, or did he mean practicing?
I think it's just in a general F1
General F1 car, then harder now. Could be something like Force India.
Williams is wrong.
Tell you what, Steve was caught up right to the back of Magic Milk once again. And this is going to go down to the wire. Swish, I'm going to say Force India.
Definitely on the outside of Fozzie to turn 2 and gets the movement on the Fozzie's lap so long time again. So the inside line to turn 3. All the turns
I tell you what though, those guys, if they keep on battling as it is, Stewart,
Fozzie's
who I now believe, Stewart, who I now believe is in 5th place in clean air, is catching them to at a rate of knots.
Then Dead is over the inside of the chain. Good move.
Gonna go for another guess in as Force India's wrong. That one's Swish.
Sauber? BMW Sauber. What year was that? Steve over the inside of Magic Milk to turn 1.
Oh, and it's wrong anyway.
And Magic Milk trying to get the cut back. And the outside to turn 2. Goes for the lunge. I think Steve was just coming up. And has gained lead once again. 4 laps to go, 5 laps to go. Sauber's wrong as well.
BMW Sauber is wrong.
It wasn't lower, it was Renault. Okay, switch it from more again. What year was it? When did he drive the car?
I'm going to go Hispania for my final guess. I'm going Hispania. Hispania, mate. Hispania. Don't even diss Hispania. Just because they lasted 3 seasons. Evo very comfortably pulling away from Magic Milk now with 4 laps remaining.
I think he's still within DRS range though.
The answer is...
What should be something really good who will not get this? Minardi. How old was he? Like 18?
He must have been really, really young.
Living Dead still under pressure from Fozzie.
Yeah, XRL Fozzie, he's got a little wide out of the final corner, but he's got DRS, he's used the remainder of his curves, and he uses a bit more. He's not close enough. He's not close enough this time around. But I tell you,
Lag.
A little bit of a moment then. There's a little bit of lag there as Living Dead goes wide at turn 1. This is a chance for Fozzie. He's using his curves and having a look inside into turn 2. Backs out of it. Living Dead goes wide again. He's sliding. His tyres seem to be going. And all the time that these two are battling, Stewart, in 5th place, he's gaining on them.
Magnolia's in the test of the driving team.
Yeah, we know why he took ages to get back in F1.
He still had his reputation.
As does Roberts, of course. Thanks, God.
I don't crash into people.
Look how much Stewart's gained on Fozzie this lap.
Definitely. I think Fozzie and Living Dead tyres are hanging on by a thread. Does Fozzie still have DRS? Yes, he does.
The Tour of Spain, which was the last country to host 2 races in one F1 calendar season.
Germany, wasn't it?
Yeah, Germany.
Nürburgring and Hockenheim. Hockenheim and Nürburgring, yeah, because Nürburgring was the previous track to host the European Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I believe that was actually in 2006.
Around that time, yeah.
2007 was the German Grand Prix. Whereas Nürburgring is always hosted on the odd number of years, i.e. Hockenheim is
Well, the P3 is getting quite hot.
This is now a 3-way battle with Fozzie in a McLaren sandwich. XRL Stewart has the option tyres. He's got a better run out of turn 11 than XRL Fozzie. Doesn't quite have the extra pace to have a look into turn 12 though, but he will have the DRS coming out of turn 14. Then again, so will Fozzie on the Living Dead. The Living Dead is not in the best position at the moment. Stewart's just got so much more grip on those option tyres. There we go, curves used, DRS. XRL Stewart gaining all the time on XRL Fozzie. Does Fozzie defend? No, he doesn't. Stewart pulls over to the inside into turn 1. Oh, he's on brake himself.
And he takes out his teammate out.
And Fozzie takes 3rd place as a result. Well, I would say that was inevitable, but really it wasn't. That was careless driving there from Stewart, and he's cost not only himself, but he's also cost his teammate, I would say, the 3rd position. And Fozzie now has got around about a 3-second gap over them.
So we are now on the penultimate lap of this race, lap 69 of 70. I'm currently on board with Steve-O as they are coming around the final corner for the second to last time. The next time they'll be doing it, it will be for the checkered flag as Steve-O now crosses the line to start his final lap with Magic Milk no less than 2 seconds behind.
So he says, yep, it was Germany.
He told you it was Germany.
And yeah, sorry for the resolution. Best it's going to be for the moment.
But as he says, Swish, it can only get better.
Don't do that again.
Hey, someone's got to do something, haven't they?
Yeah, but crashing a car into a barrier on that place.
Right, Chris, could you... Right, if something happens to you tomorrow, I'm going to be all over your case on it.
I'm fine with that.
You really?
Can't let us crash into a barrier anyway. Anyway, Steve-O and Magic Milk now coming to the final sector for the very last time. Steve-O came into this race as a GP3 reserve. He will be coming out of this race as a GP2 winner. As they come up to the second to last corner.
So it's still across here. Awesome Panda is going around the outside and Living Dead in turn 5, but doesn't quite hang on. Living Dead hanging on by a thread.
And now they come across the final corner Stevo wins the Hungarian Grand Prix GP2. Magic Milk comes a comfortable second place. Now we'll move on to the battle.
There's another. We've got another McLaren sandwich here. Living Dead in fourth, with Panda in fifth, and Stewart in sixth place. Just the Aussie Panda is using his curves. He's going to have a look into turn 12 on the outside. Living Dead holds the inside, but Panda has the better grip. He's going to have a look into the outside of turn 13. Oh, Living Dead! Oh, he's going to manage. Stewart goes through into fifth. XRL Body finishes in third place.
Stewart hits his teammate again.
And does Stewart take it? No, he doesn't. Living Dead takes fourth, Stewart takes fifth, and Panda sixth. XRL Bernie finishes seventh with Tom James eighth, and we just await Ian Unstoppable to finish in ninth place. Well, that was a manic race from start to finish, near enough, but a great one nonetheless.
Alright, I don't know about you, but I think we should get the top three in for a celebration.
Oh, come on then. You can do that, Chris. You can do the honours. Morning. Morning, afternoon, Jesus Christ, unless you're in America, then bloody hell.
Bob, nice language, we are still on stream, remember. Well, Fozzie, we haven't got anyone else in the party, but third place, probably a good job for you.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Very lucky with everybody else here was pretty much faster than me on race pace, so third place, I'll take it.
Well, congratulations to you on that. Stevo, you came into this race as a GP3 reserve, filling in for Rusty in the Williams. Tonight, you come away as a GP2 winner, and you've also got tomorrow as GP3 championship leader to contend with as well. How do you feel?
That good. Me and Magic Milk had a cracking race then.
Indeed, you had a cracking race. You came back behind him in the final stint. Did you ever feel it could have been a bit too late?
I always knew he was starting to struggle at the end of his tyres, so I always knew it was possible. On the second stint, I was catching him towards the end, and he pitted in just before me. So I knew I was always going to have a little bit extra life on my tyres, and I knew his tyres were going off quite towards the end anyway, so it wasn't too bad.
Well, you drove an absolutely amazing race, so congratulations to you. Unfortunately, we don't have Magic Milk in the party at the minute, so we can't get any words with him, but he also drove an absolutely terrific race. However, tomorrow we don't have stream for GP3, we do have Stuart Stoke for the race, but also on Channel 1 we do have Swishbone and Bobbers covering the F4 division race from Hungary, and obviously watch that tomorrow in full 720p, and obviously it's going to be a cracker. So, we do now have actually Magic Milk, so before we do go, we'll get Magic Milk. But Magic Milk, you came second, it was a very close run towards the end. Obviously, you're pretty gutted.
Oh, I am. I lost too much time at the start and too much time having to kind of lean.
Well, you drove an absolutely terrific race, and especially after the hub, because lagging out a few laps towards the end of Germany, 18 minutes has got to be a great job.
I'm happy with it. Then I got overtaken, there was only like 3 laps to go while racing Stevo. But he caught me up because I had to go on lean, which was just so frustrating. But no, great racing.
Well, congratulations.
Apart from that, the last one, pretty crazy.
Well, congratulations to Fozzie, Stevo and Magic Milk, our podium. Obviously, like we say, tomorrow F4 with Swishbone and Bobbert. However, from us in the box tonight and our podium winners, it is good night from us. Take care and see you next week.
See you then.